don't know what that means. No, yeah, go for it. But we have to place it in the context that my friends just tossed this to me to freshen my breath and to get the day rolling properly. Fireball. And as you edit this later, you can have some CGI flames shoot out of my mouth. Boy, that is good. And now I can't play it, but I can do this. I'm at my house, my home, not at my house. Sort of house-ish, but it's homey. It's my home. We're just, I'm just packing up to go wander around and try to fire some people up to get to the meeting tonight. The meeting it's put on by the Homeless Union and HUF, which is an activist group focused on homelessness and affordable housing, and Food Not Bombs. It's just about briefing everybody on what's ahead for us and what our options are, and trying to get input. We've sued at Ross Camp and here last year, and we've been able to get injunctions. We've been able to drop temporary restraining orders and then turn them into injunctions by a judge, federal judge, that would allow us to stay and have different conditions. Make sure that people that actually live here, like myself, but make sure that more people understand what we're doing, and so it's more of a group effort. But it's nice to have people understand exactly the process, and if more people understand that it is us that's creating these things that happen, with federal judges and based on precedents. But it'd be nice to have a lot more grassroots creating that and knowing it and just getting more input. And Richard, I have another onesie if that one gets dirty. Wow. I wonder if Kiwi, that while he was redecorating my place this morning, if he's wearing a green dinosaur onesie outfit. And this is why I don't like people nerping to my stuff. And if they take stuff, then it's not cool, because it's something that was expected. Yes, there it is. Yay! And then there's a giant ladybug, or no, it's either a ladybug or a Minnie Mouse kind of thing. Do you mind being on camera? She's doing a little documentary here. You can be at the meeting at 6 tonight, if possible. Microphone fell. It's at the Resource Center for Nonviolence. It's the place across the street from the hotel. We'll come around reminding people.
For all those art fans out there, you'll understand. You'll be a newfangled and new-aged Albrecht Dürer, creating your art example of dystopia through the video here of the park.
Oh, more jewelry. Yay. How you doing, bro?
Are you fiscally conservative?
Who told you that? But this disgusts me to see taxpayer. I'm a fiscal conservative, and to see he's a fiscal conservative, more or less. Would you not say? Yes, I'm fiscally conservative. Well, I was gonna, because I've announced that in like city council meetings when I'm talking about something, and I'll start getting a little bit radical, and then I'll get, but I'm fiscally conservative.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see, but I think it's more Dolly. This is more Dolly. It's just like it's crazy. It's chaos down
Can I
here.
make you? What's up? Is there pizza in there?
Yeah. Okay, I think I got this leg of the journey done. Okay, here. That's up. Piece or whatever. It's a piece.
Thank you, bro.
A pizza.
Human beings are art. Living life is art. It's all a pattern. It's all a yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Is that blood on your head or
exactly. That's exactly what it is.
It's blood.
it's blood?
That's from something I know running around.
Did somebody hit you?
Who are you?
Even in places like this, you can find sacred geometry in the pattern of which the rodents run in. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. They all run in helixes.
Majestic.
Heads I do it, tails I don't. How's that? That's a definition.
Do what?
Okay. I do it. I'm gonna drop it by 5 o'clock.
What are you gonna do? Jeremy, how long have I been living here? It's been so before the fence. You know, this is Greg's status today. Earlier, but not quite so much now. I was here. So how long has that been?
3
So,
years.
Lido?
I would say
Close to 3 years.
Yep.
Wow. Now it's like it whining like crybaby. Yeah, I wasn't sad. I was just. But I'm feeling better now. Oh, are you gonna be at the 6 o'clock meeting tonight? Across the street?
Probably.
If you feel like it. I mean, if not, we'll make sure that we tell you what was going on. So, what are you gonna be at the 6 o'clock tonight over at Resource Center for Nonviolence?
To all those involved, let it be known that at any time no one is guilty of a crime. Does the mic get that? It's like the screams from that hole that they drilled in. Yeah, the center of the earth. All the people screaming in hell.
Can you, Billy? Could you give those to the guy? They're a presentation piece. Not with the Ukrainian flag. We, well, I shouldn't say we. I support the Ukrainian cause. You're going to be for sure at the 6 o'clock thing?
I will be there.
It's like just adapt. You know, anything that we get, we just adapt to it. Can I have this?
Yes.
What are you gonna do with it?
Wear it. It's perfect. So that's how you wear this. There's some pretty cool, I mean, it's a horrible thing to say in this environment. People don't like saying at any cop school, but relatively speaking, there's some that'll just talk to us straight up like humans, and Clar does, and I'm not going to mention their names until I get to, but there are some, and they see us, they more than a lot of citizens see the realities of what happens when you knock somebody out of their campsite back in the day when, 2 years ago, which they're trying to force us into that same situation where all your stuff disappears and the cops have eradicated your campsite that you were just hiding behind a building, and that's where we're going to be if they close this down. Where do they think 300 people are going to go? We're not going to disappear. I mean, do they want to jail us all? Excuse me. Hey, who's in there? Is that David? Who is this? Are you going to be at the 6 o'clock meeting? First of all, do you mind being on video at all?
Not really, but 6 o'clock meeting? I don't care.
At Resource Center for Nonviolence, just
Yeah.
right across the street from. Hey, Feather. Hey, can I trade you something for this? I've got some really badass stuff. Go ahead and stay sleeping. What's that? You got to get up? Are you in the need of ice later?
Probably.
Okay, I'd be happy to get that if
Just because we don't have a house per se, doesn't mean we can't be civilized.
Yep. And have civilized. He makes some of the best daiquiris and smoothies. Really. Yeah, smoothies. Try to come. I'll come back later and remind you. You need some water? Wow, that is so cool. This is probably the coolest thing ever. Baby Buddha peace bust. It's fantastic.
Would you like this for your
My hair?
adornment?
Yes, thank you. Have you been drinking water?
No.
It's a hot day. Try to make sure he gets some more water in him too. He just woke up. Get some water in yourself, too, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Don't forget, 6 o'clock. Okay. So I just saw the fire marshal's or the fire chief's truck. I'm not sure which one, but I'd like to chat with them. What's yours and mine? Sex toys and lubricant?
Yeah.
Is it the kind that
Hi.
tingles? That's my friend Kelly. Are you going to be at the 6 o'clock meeting?
No, I told you I'm not going.
Okay.
They don't want to hear what I have to say, man.
It's us. It's an internal thing.
They don't want to hear it. They'll kick me out as soon as they start telling the truth. They don't wanna hear it.
It's us. It's not a city council meeting or anything. It's you can just go and listen and if you feel inspired to say something. Just it's important though to have.
I don't trust any of those meetings.
No, it's not just Santa Cruz that's got the homeless problem. It's not even just the United States. It's all over the world right now. And I don't know if it was all happening before we had all this media that's paying attention to it and documenting to the point where we can see it on TV or read it in the newspapers. But now we're very aware of it, and I don't know. But it's going to take time for there to be a true, honest solution. Everybody's just looking for the immediate fix, the immediate solution. I just don't believe it's going to work. I don't care about instant gratification. But that's just me. But I'm wondering. Hey, throw that on the ground. All this is trash. Don't be going through it. It's all trash, dude. It's going.
I know, but I agree with what you're saying. But we're the ones that need to give us input to create these longer-term solutions instead of having stuff dictated to us. Because there are solutions. It's not easy. I mean, and a solution doesn't have to be a complete solution, but we can do, and we have the ability to be part of it. I mean, that's the beauty of, it's not easy, but we really do. Ideas have power.
I don't believe so. I mean, if you think about it, throughout human history, every building that humans have built, every wall they've built has crumbled themselves. It seems like history just repeats itself over and over again. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a conscious change, something spiritual that we need to do. It's not necessarily about the physical moment. I don't believe anymore. Americans consume way too much. We waste so much. You got all the commercials about people being hungry. That makes no sense to me when the dumpsters are full of food. You know what I mean? You got people spending all this money on watering their grass and their flowers. Okay, grow some food. You know what I mean? Take care of this land. This is our home, right? Isn't it? A lot of people have mental issues, but they deserve life just as much as anyone else. Just so the critters that we're we're killing the critters too. I actually care more about the critters and the trees and the flowers than I do about most of you folks. Y'all, there's a bunch of liars, man. Forgive me, please. I was raised by wolves.
I hid in my tent. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much. But let me explain how many things people bring me around. See, you don't have a clue about the animals. But that was the last one, and they brought me this one. These are all gifts. Keep people away. And I got the bear, of course, because California. And I got cheetah that's supposed to watch over everything, but he's getting really lazy. Look. But I love my cheetah. My real name? Well, the one I go by is Cheetah. Last name McCat. I came out here because I lost basically my whole family. So I took a little break from my life. After I left home, well, I never really left home. It's just, I just went out by myself. It's like when you're growing up, you want to get out of your bedroom, you know, you're a kid. And as you go, you get a house and stuff like that. As you get bigger, I got a house, I got a boat, I got a car, I had kids, I got a dog, I got a cat, I still have my cat. I got a bird. And I go, I gotta go, God. And God goes, you gotta go out and have fun. So I went to the coast. And I'm here. Basically everything here is gifts from people. I love God. I trust in God. I went through a drowning one time. I said, God help me, I'm here. I went underwater, got stuck in these trees, and I held on to them because I couldn't. If I let go, I'd drown. But I'm already underwater, and I was already in brush. I was stuck, basically. And I stayed there until, until I went to heaven, and I came back. Why, I don't know. But I do love y'all. I don't know, I'm really shy. I try not to hide anything, and the hardest part is I've always been shy. And if you just open up and let everybody know you, they'll work with it. I know it's hard sometimes. The secret to life is the more you trust, the more trust comes back to you. So, and people are like, no. So he looks in there and takes everything. No, bro. If they look in there, everybody knows who you are. So I don't mind people coming in and out. Just try not to take. And this is what I believe. If you're gonna take something, bring it back better. I got that in my mind one day at work. So every time I'm missing something, it comes back better than it was. And it does.
A lot of my friends that live down there, had their homes there, are now parked tighter and tighter into this mishmash of tents. They sent everybody from other camps. The city and the county specifically sent people here, extended our camp beyond its normal range, and then started squishing in from that side. And you know, people do have, they need space. They exist. They've got lives. Their homes are in their hearts, but they also have to have a little space to flap their wings. And our space is being crushed. It's harsh. It's really harsh, and it's, you know, it's weighing on everybody, whether they have other places or not. But you see your friends losing their homes, and still being tough about it. But you know it hurts, and you know that they lost a bunch of stuff that might not seem like much, but every little thing is precious out here. I came here with nothing. This huge pile of oddities is just stuff that I found in the trash here. I came here with nothing, and but yet some of the stuff becomes precious after a while. And how do you replicate that if people take away your stuff from your home? You know, can you do that in a shelter? No. So how can you exercise your spiritual, your being, you know, and not just be warehoused like an inert object? Because we're very active objects here. A lot of people out here have so much potential, but they have not received the affirmations from outside that it sometimes takes to build up the internal fortitude of knowing that you're okay and that whatever you're doing is right, or at least it's your interpretation of what you think is right, and that's what you have to go on. And if people just had a little taste, if we just had the stability and weren't constantly being chased around from place to place, people could develop their sense of self and make the decisions to move upward or sideways or downward or whatever to a state of being that's not just being forced into a shelter where you can't even leave for 12 hours and you can't even touch a blade of grass or a tree for 12 hours because you're standing on gravel and behind chain link fence, which is the city's alternative to closing this down. You know, I mean, we're survivors in this camp. They've survived, so many people here have survived abuse as children, stuff that I can't even imagine. There's people here that have PTSD from being in combat and, you know, having their friends blown up right next to them, and it's hard to come back to that, and some of them use drugs to cover that. That should just be a temporary thing because, and they understand that, but they would not be alive if they would have offed themselves if they didn't have some cushion to come back to reality. since there is no cushion provided, people use drugs. Right, come back. I'm mic'd up, but can I turn off real quick? Or can you hold this?